So we're going to create a new layer. On top of that, bring back our grid so we can see what we're painting, and I'm going to add a little bit of a blue to this chair. So there it is. Just take down the opacity. And we have our blue. We'll add a little bit of a I just created another layer, by the way. Let's add some green to it, but this time I'm going to drag the opacity way down to about maybe 10. Let's start off with that because I want that blue to stand out. And the good part about working with layers is if it doesn't look exactly the way you want it to, like for example if the green is coming up too strongly, you can come back into Photoshop and tweak it. I guess that'll be the word to use. Okay, have it done, and I'm gonna add a little bit of a red. Now that red is pretty dominant, so I'm gonna take it all the way down to maybe 3. Okay, now that we have this done, we're going to test it out in Maya again. Hide your grid again. Go to File, Save As, and go to Color. Change it to a tagger. Save it as a tagger, and we're just going to replace that. Now back in Maya, what you do is you double click on your plane again. Right on the color, you can see the checker box there has changed to this, whatever this is, like an arrow or whatever. Click on that. Instead of going to folder this time, just hit reload. You see the new color is gonna appear. There you go. Now I'm gonna render this out to show you what it looks like. There you go. And you have this. Now what I did, I IPR rendered this chair, so you can have updates as soon as you make changes to it. But you can see it's really beginning to look nice already. You can see the color really that we just put in there. So let me go back to Photoshop. I'm going to merge all of this down. And it's always good to save your work as you go along, just in case you need to go back and make changes or you make an error or whatever. I'm going to bring back our grid. Now I want to highlight parts of this chair, so I'm going to get a yellow for this new layer, reduce the size of my brush. Now I want to highlight the face part of this chair. I'm just going to do that. Then drag down the opacity till it's almost non-existent, because that's just a highlight, not actual color. Just gonna put some yellow on it, yellow on the side of the chair, and the front, top part of the seat, and the bottom doesn't really need anything else. And then I'm gonna grab the smudge, which is this icon right here. Let's increase that. I'm just gonna smudge out the edges of our yellow. just so the edges are not hard. There we go. And now this is a chair, you know, it's people actually sit on these things. My version is going to be like a leather chair, and after a while there's a little bit of stains on it, so I'm going to stain it a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab something dark. Let's go to the blue, because it's a blue chair. Grab very dark bluish color. There we go. And for this new layer, right click on that, take the hardness all the way down from your brush. I'm sorry, I had that for my smudge. And just, I'm going to paint it right here. This is where your back will be, so I'll paint that right here. This is the seat part. That's why I make it look more like a butt. Okay, that's your left cheek and right cheek and your left cheek. There we go. And I'm just gonna stain this side, and we're gonna smudge that out. You really want this to look soft. Okay, so I'm just going to do this roughly for the sake of this tutorial, but that's pretty much the idea. And then we'll take down the opacity till it looks more like a stain. Okay, you just want it to be a little bit visible. Okay, and before we do anything else, I just want to add one more layer. I forgot to do the bottom part of the chair. Do the hardness for that. Take down the opacity a little bit, and that should be good. I'm just going to mess that part with the color and hide our grid again. Go to file, save as. This time I'm going to make a new file to preserve the former one we just saved. Sorry, Tagger, not TIFF. I'm going to make this chair color 1, and I'm going to save that. Okay, so back in Maya, we want to open that, assign that new file to our chair. And how do we do that? You go back to your Blinn, double click on it, go back to your file, and instead of just hitting reload this time, you're going to go back to that folder and click on the new file we just saved and hit open. So you're going to see your updates here on your IPR render screen. Let's re-render this. Now you can see the new colors we added. Highlights are showing right here. You can see the stain that I just assigned still on the seat and all of that. Now if you want to add a light to your scene, you go to create lights. I'm going to make this a point light. Now you see the light just showed up over there. You go and click on your show manipulator tool, so you could arrange your lights. It's just going to make it a clearer picture when we render. Let's take this to the side. Let's IPR render that now. Sorry, I'm going to scroll in a little bit. And there it is. Now some parts of this are still dark, so I'm going to add another light to the side. Make this a directional light. Now you can see this part is the light itself, and this right here, manipulator, is where the light is pointing. Just thought I should share that. Now when we re-render this, you can see it's much more visible. Now let me re-render that from the front part of the chair. This should be good. And there you go. Now you can really see those changes we made showing up. Now this color is a little bit too bright, so I'm just gonna change the intensity of this light. Right here where you see intensity, this is the sidebar for your light. I'm gonna change it to 0.6, and that's gonna bring that down. Change this other light, our original point light, to 0.6 also. Okay, now you can see our chair is displaying the colors that we assigned to it. And that's pretty much how you add color to your models. Sorry about the quality of this tutorial. I know I wasn't really as eloquent as I should be. This is my first time doing this. I didn't know how difficult it was talking while you're doing all of this stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you find it useful. So have fun out there, and peace.